In this video, we'll look at the Crypto.com card, which is trying to be a little bit like the Amex of crypto cards with a big benefits and incentives program. They've actually just changed this. It's now called Level Up, and it encompasses the card, but also other financial services, for example, stocks and banking. So we'll look at this, how to actually get the incentives, if they're actually any good, and some of the other fees and specifics of getting the card and the program itself. Timestamps for everything will be listed down in the description. If you're looking to sign up for the card, it actually exists within the Crypto.com app only. So you need an app account in order to sign up for the card. If you don't have an account yet, just go and download the app from your app store and sign up. And then you're going to need either an ID card or a passport to prove who you are when signing up. And then it's going to let you in onto the app. If you want to see how that works, I've got a video going through that step by step. I'll link it down in the description. But from there, once you've got an account, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the card. Now, if you are signing up for a card and you're brand new, I'll leave the link to Crypto.com below and the code as well, because when you sign up and actually get a card for the first time, they do give extra bonuses on top as well if you're essentially referred out. So you can use that if you want, and you actually get bonuses depending on how much you put in and the card that you actually get. So extra bonus. From there, all you have to do, go to the card section, and then it's literally just sign up for a card. Now, the initial tier is actually free, so you can get that card. It's digital, and you can order a physical card as well if you want. From here, it's going to give you the currencies of your region. In the UK, you have pound and euro. In the US, it will just be US dollars. And then the top right-hand corner, you can see the card details right here. So it's just a Visa card with a number and the 3 digits on the back. You can use it to pay for things. You can tap to pay. And if you have the physical card, just like any other Visa card, and that's it. And now, yeah, you have a Visa card that you can go ahead and spend with. Before we get into some of the incentives and benefits of the Level Up program, this right here, we'll look at some of the specific fees and terms and conditions of the card if you're applying for it. So no setup fee, no monthly fee, no annual fee. In some regions, there may be an inactivity fee after 12 months of no use, where they actually start charging, I think it's at $5 or something. So just be aware of that if it's a term in your region. Each and every country has slightly specific terms, and so you need to look at that in your region before actually applying for the card, because they do differ a little bit. Digital and physical cards are available, but you need to provide KYC and proof of address for this card. So KYC is passport or ID card. Proof of address is utility bill, bank statement, your name and your address right here. You just need to do that with fiat currency stuff, and Crypto.com have to do it. Now, this whole entire program is essentially revolving around CRO. CRO is Crypto.com's crypto token. Now, this is a blockchain token. There is a blockchain, the Crypto.com blockchain, and they actually have some layer 2s on Ethereum as well. So let's say a few blockchains use this Crypto.com token for gas fees on those blockchains. However, the main reason Crypto.com token exists really is because of this incentive program now. Now, that means you have to go and buy the CRO and lock it up in order to get these higher level up tiers. Is that a good idea or not? I will cover that later in the video. But the way you do this and get these rewards is by buying CRO, locking it up for a year, and then after a year it unlocks and you can sell that token if you want, but then obviously you don't have the level up tiers, right? So it's basically a payment to get these tiers, and then you get lots of benefits out of it afterwards. The card can be used pretty much anywhere except for certain merchants like home rentals, insurance, financial institutions and stuff like that. So you can't use it there, but for most people, going out and buying things, it's going to be fine. The card can support multiple currencies. You saw mine supported euros and pounds. However, in some regions, just one, like in the US, it's just US dollars. And you can spend from the card in different countries. However, there are extra card exchange rates on that, and I'll get to all of those exchange rates in a second. What you can do is set up auto top-ups to the card. So let's say that you want to have $1,000 on the card. And if you spend that money and the money comes down, it's a debit card, right? So that money gets spent and you get to like $200. Well, you can auto top up from there back to $1,000. And so you can set that up in the app, and it's just going to sell any of your cryptos. You can choose the cryptos. So if you have, top cryptos, you actually sell one of those into the fiat currency, and then it will go back up to the $1,000 balance. You can do it automatically, or you can turn it off and just do it manually if you want as well. And you can top up with cash from your bank account, for example, crypto balance on your Crypto.com account, even PayPal in some regions. These are the fees and some of the limits right here. So you can have a look at this. But the main fees I want to look at is there are ATM limits, and they're pretty decent for the most part, as you can see here, for some of the higher tiers, although some of the lower tiers, not great, right? Just like a bank card will be way better there than the Crypto.com card. And then after that, if you go above that tier for the ATM withdrawal, there's 2% on the amount, and you may get charged some ATM fees as well. Now, as you can see here, card top up, if you're using debit or credit cards to top up your Visa, very, very expensive. So I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend going from your bank and depositing the fiat currency into Crypto.com. That's going to be the cheapest way, no extra fees. You see PayPal as well, very expensive. Always expensive, these guys, right? So I don't recommend using them. Bank to Crypto.com is the best. And you can see some inactivity fees here, reissue card fees on the lower tiers, etc. So if you are spending in your region, so let's say you're in the US and you have a card and it's a US card and you spend in US dollars. There's no fees for that. It's just like a card payment. So that's no fees, free, completely free. You have the fiat currency, you spend it, that's it. No extra fees. Now, if you start spending in a different country than your card region, that's when you start getting these FX fees. So I've got them here. And again, different regions have different fees, so it's pretty complex. If you're in the UK and Europe, so you could see my card, it had pounds and euros. UK, Europe is kind of one region. If you've got a UK card and you've got pounds in there and you go to Europe and spend in euros, that's a foreign transaction fee on the card, right? That's 0.2%, so no big deal. If you're in UK and Europe and you go out somewhere else, so let's say I'm in the UK and I have pounds and now I go to holiday to USA and I'm spending in dollars, that's actually a 2% fee because it's not euros or pounds. So that's a higher fee. 0.5% fee. I think if you're in Singapore, then you spend outside of Singapore dollars, it's 0.5% fee. And if you're in the US and you spend outside of the US, outside of US dollars, that's a 3% fee. So the fees do rack up. So you can see that here, you can pause this and some of the top ups and transfer limits. Now let's get to the juicy bit, which is the incentives and what Crypto.com are calling level up. Not just for the card, but for stocks and banking as well, if they're available in your region. These are coming on in different regions, may not be available for you yet. But the whole entire level up incentive structure revolves around locking up a specific dollar amount of the CRO token. CRO is Crypto.com's token. It's a blockchain token. It exists on the blockchain, their blockchain. But really, the level up program and the incentives are why most people are buying this token, right? So if you want these incentives, you have to go out, trade your cash for $500 of the CRO token for Ruby, £400, $500. Lock it up for 1 year on the platform. After a year, they give you the CRO back. But the CRO token is a risk asset, meaning its exchange rate can change. Now, if you buy a CRO at the top of a bull market, you spend $500, you get the token. 1 year later, the price could have dropped and it's in a bear market. So let's say it drops by 50%. Well, after a year, you get the CRO tokens back, but they're now only worth $250. Essentially, you spent $250 to get the Ruby tier and get these incentives. That's actually might still be a decent trade for you. The flip side of that can happen where if you buy CRO at the bottom of a bear market and the price is very cheap, and then a year later you unlock and the price is really high because you're in a bull market, it may have doubled in price. Well, you just got the Ruby tier for free basically because you now have $1,000. You can sell $500 to cash and keep $500, go into the Ruby tier. And so it's going to change. I can't really tell you what's what, but if we look at the Crypto.com token here, CRO, you can see that for most of the time, there's not much interest for it. And then when bull markets occur, there's more interest, which makes sense, right? Because as bull markets occur, more people use crypto, more people want to use crypto, and more people want to sign up for the benefits, more people have to buy the CRO token. And if you have more buyers, the price goes up, right? So definitely, without a doubt, the best time to buy this the CRO tokens is in a bear market when there's not much interest. You can go and lock it up. If you're buying up here when it's, when a lot of people are buying and pushing the price up, just know that you have to lock up for a year, and in a year's time, the price could be a little bit lower. And so you are actually paying for the incentives. You either can pay for it or you may actually get a really good deal. I don't know. It's going to be up to when you buy the CRO token. But in any case, you need to buy this amount and then lock it up. $500, $5,000, $50,000, $500,000, and $1 million for all of these tiers. So the benefits come not just in the card anymore, but we'll look at the card first. So you get cash back in the Ruby Steel tier and upwards, and you can see the differences here. There's a rewards cap for Ruby Steel and Jade Green, 2 to 3.5%. You can see the reward caps here, $25 a month, $75 a month. Now this cashback is actually going to come back in the CRO token again. So if you want to just get that CRO token and actually sell it for cash, like USDC or something, you can do that if you want. You can put it into Bitcoin, or you can just keep it in CRO. But like I said, CRO may go up and down in value as well. So this could actually be, if CRO goes down from when you got the incentives, this could be much lower, the cashback. And if CRO goes up, it can actually be way more cashback than you're getting here. But again, I don't know what's going to happen to that token. CRO rewards on Crypto.com travel. You can see that starts on the Jade Green tier. If you're buying from certain retailers, I think Booking.com and a couple of others, you get some benefits there, but it's not every travel agent that actually gives those. There is airport lounge access as well. I think that starts at Rose Gold. Now, coming into crypto, if you have CRO locked up, you actually get some CRO rewards as well. So if you lock up an amount of CRO, you're getting CRO back. Now that could be staking rewards or earn rewards. When you lock the CRO up, Crypto.com will tell you exactly what they're doing to lock it up, but you basically get staking rewards back. Again, it depends what region that you're in, whether it's actually staking rewards or whether it's just earn rewards that you're getting. They are slightly different, but for the end user, you're getting some amount of CRO back from the stuff that you got locked up. Trading rebates here, so if you do trade crypto, you'll get some lower trading fees and rebates as well, which I actually think is really good if you do trade a bit. Cheaper fees is a bonus. You get some earn bonuses. So if you are using the earn platform on Crypto.com, maybe locking up some BTC, ETH, maybe some USDC, others that give you interest, you'll get some earn bonuses there. Now, if you do refer, you get extra referral bonuses depending on your tier as well. So if you're referring a friend like that, like I said, you actually do get a referral bonus when you sign up for the card. So if you sign up, right, from a referral, you actually get bonuses as well. Deposit bonus just on the higher tier right here. Now for stocks, if that's available for you, that is coming in certain regions. You get some stock transfer bonuses as well, depending on your tier. So Crypto.com are kind of turning into a financial app with everything. So banking, fiat currencies, crypto and stocks, some bonuses here as well that you can see. Banking, personal cash account, everyone gets that. Global transfers, everyone gets that. And then rewards on cash is only for 3 months, but pretty decent from this tier upwards. So 5% on cash is about what the government rate is right now, although that's coming down slightly. This is going to change over time as well. Just as of making this video, this is what this is, but this will change depending on government interest rates as well. Rebates on crypto, purchased in the first 30 days, pretty much irrelevant, this one. So rewards on cash is actually pretty good right now, and hey, better than nothing if you're sitting with cash in the account. Now for services, it is pretty much the Ruby tier and upwards where it actually gets good. So priority support doesn't start until this tier, which I believe is the $5,000 tier. So you get priority support here, but it's really this top one that gets phone and chat support. So if you're looking for support for the card or anything else, is it worth it for $50,000? Probably not, to be honest. But for $5,000, if you're locking that up and you think you're getting CRO at a decent price, priority support certainly makes things a little bit better. Subscription rebates, kind of not very good anymore. It used to be, I think, just free Spotify and Netflix, and then I think it went to 12 months, and now it's just 6 months that you get a rebate. And that is on the cheapest tier, by the way. So you just get the cheapest tier rebated. If you're buying extra tiers on Netflix, you don't get those. It's just like the basics. So not great anymore. And Airport Lounge starts right here with, I think, Ruby tier, and then you can get one guest if you go into the more expensive tiers. Really, all of this boils down to if you think buying a bunch of CRO token is going to work out for you. If you buy them cheap, it may really work out because you've basically got paid for these incentives. If you buy a CRO expensive, you may actually be paying for these incentives as well, which obviously brings the incentive and the benefits down a little bit. I can't really tell you what's going to happen to the CRO token. You have to just kind of make a decision on how long you want to lock it up for, how long you want to use CDC for. So CDC, Crypto.com, is becoming one of the biggest financial apps, not just for crypto, but fiat currencies, stocks, right, and interest rates. So it's a big app, and you may want to put a chunk of your life here, and the incentives may really work for you. And very good fiat currency on and off ramps in most regions as well, which is definitely a plus. Now, some of the downsides here, 12-month inactivity fees may exist in your region. So if they do, just be aware of that. Crypto.com, the trading fees are very high. Like I said at the start of this video, there's two apps with Crypto.com, the app and the exchange. The exchange has really good trading fees, very, very low trading fees. You want to trade on there if you can. The Crypto.com app has very high trading fees. When you trade one crypto for another, you'll be paying around, depends on the crypto, but around 1%. If you're trading Bitcoin for dollars, for example, the trading fees are around 1%. You don't pay trading fees, but you pay it in the price and the exchange rate that you pay. That's pretty high. And so that may completely take away from some of the incentives that you get from the card itself. So be really sure about those fees. What I would always do is go and exchange crypto on the Crypto.com exchange. Or if you have another exchange that you use, Binance, Bybit, they're a lot cheaper for fees. You can trade on there and then get the crypto assets back into your Crypto.com account, and it just saves 1% trading fees. Again, it might be nitpicking, but these fees really do matter, right? It may not be good value for everyone, and the cashback incentives are in CRO and not BTC or USD. So again, you can sell out the CRO if you want, or you can hold it. It's up to you. CRO lockup for 1 year. You have to be locking up that amount for 1 year. And the CRO token is a risk asset. Like I said, this could be good. This could be good for you. It could be bad for you. Now, the FX fees in regions are way higher than something like Wise or Revolut. So if you've got a Wise or Revolut card, go and spend it pretty much anywhere in the world. You're spending, 50 basis points, under 1% most of the time for trading a lot of different foreign currencies. In the Crypto.com app, if you spend on the Visa card, that's an FX fee. That can be anywhere from 0.2% all the way up to 3%. Now that's way more than just, let's say, sending the cash back into your bank account, sending it to Wise, and then spending on Wise, it's much cheaper. So it can be good for some people. It might not be for others. I hope that explains everything with Crypto.com. If you want to sign up for Crypto.com, referral down below because you can get a bonus when you sign up for the card. And I'll link the other helpful videos down in the description. I'm James, it's MazzyG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.